Hey guys, so I'm here in London. It is the day of the Face Awards final. It all still feels a bit like a bit of a surreal dream, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it still doesn't feel real that I came down a couple of weeks ago to film the top 5 looks and tonight is the night. Oh my god. So yeah, let's give you a bit of a room tour. So we have the best selfie mirror you could ask for. And then this is my room. I really love this breakfast bar type area. I think this would be such a cool place to stay if you're coming for a night out or something in London. And look at these Tweety Pie and Sylvester masks that are on the light shades. And then typical Face Awards styly. We got some presents from NYX. I think this might be a Millie's cookie. And how adorable is this? Honestly. I am on a diet, so I'm not sure it's good for me, because I could eat that in one sitting. But that is so cute. And then we have a little goodie bag here too. We've got this, which looks like a NYX notebook. I did not know NYX did notebooks, but we have one. So inside our little NYX bum bag, we've got this, which is like a little selfie light for your phone. I think it just clips on at the top here. So that's pretty cool and also very handy. And this, I don't know what this is. It's not actually a lipstick, is it a rubber? I think it's a rubber. Maybe to go with the stationery theme, perhaps. And then lastly, we've got a little note from NYX just saying a huge congrats for making it through to the top 5. We can't wait for everyone to see your final look. Looking forward to seeing you tonight, the NYX professional makeup team. So yeah, I need to try not demolish that cookie tonight or it will not fit in my dress. But I'm all settled in. So I've got a few hours to kill now. I might have a nap actually. That sounds like a good idea, although I feel like it's a waste of this amazing hotel. Okay, I made a mistake. I need to update you. This is not a rubber. It's a USB stick. How funky is that? The siren's bloody going off like nobody's business. Right, now they're gone. I just wanted to show you my dress. I am absolutely in love with this, honestly. I found it and tried it on and I was like, I can imagine this is what it feels like for brides trying on their wedding dress. This might be the closest I get. So I thought, let's make the most of the opportunity of something like the Face Awards to buy it and have that feeling. So yeah, I'm excited to try that out. So I'm ready. It's time. I'm about to head off.
Thank you.
Top 20, and we're so delighted that all 20 of you are here in the room tonight because honestly the calibre was just a whole other level this year. So from the Proud Soul brief there was then 10 and was actually living art. So this was something that everyone was encouraged to use to push the boundaries even further and really let their imaginations run why here a final 5 were decided. So what I would love for you to do now is get ready to really come on a journey with us. It's time to follow us down the rabbit hole because the brief for the final 5 contestants was Wonderland After Dark. So what we're going to do now is show you a little video of each contestant to show you their final look and their inspiration behind it. And I'm going to start with the lovely Kate. Oh gosh.
If time for tea were never to come, yet the table was set as the evening begun, an empty cup, food laced with mould, nature taking over, Wonderland taking hold. It's so surreal because, well, just with the Face Awards alone, this is like my 4th attempt at it. And I've always just wanted to get to the top 5. So I thought I'd be stronger than this. I thought it'd take a few minutes for this to happen. So why did you put me first? but no, it's such a big journey for me because, like, even down to on the day itself and everything like that, I didn't want to get into this so soon, but we may as well go there. For me, like, I've spent my whole life really self-conscious and really hating myself. Like, my art is my life, but I'm so used to painting other people. What I do on myself is just the therapy that I do at home, and it's helped me accept myself a lot more. But for that girl who has spent years hating herself to think that she would be up there on the screen doing this, but if you would tell 15-year-old me that I'd be doing this, she would not believe you. And like, that's why I want to kind of do this, to build a platform and just show people that you can do anything. So it was supposed to come out a lot clearer than that.
But cheers to her. Cheers to 15-year-old Kay.
I think that's really important what you're saying, because obviously makeup is about escape and it's about revealing. It can be concealing or revealing, you know. And I think that emotional journey and that emotional connection is something that, in a very sterile Instagram world, you know, a lot of those stories and those emotions can't be conveyed, because we're so used to seeing perfect and we're so used to being told what's right, that emotional transformation is really, really important. And I think that's, you know, something that should be explored more and talked about more. So it's fantastic that is felt and that connection's there. What I'm interested to see, obviously, because you took the work onto the body, and that you brought in textures that are some things that you can't control. You know, with a lot of makeup, you know, you
take that concept as that head to toe idea. I'm really fascinated by like urban exploring and abandoned theme parks, especially because I'm a theme park geek. And I just love that idea of you can have this kind of perfect beauty and then nature will take over it. The idea I wanted to convey is that it isn't a sad thing, it's almost quite empowering, and it's almost a whole new level of beauty when nature takes its course as well, which is what I wanted to incorporate into this a little bit. So of course I tried to get, it didn't quite show up on the video unfortunately, but it was a really rich plum eyeshadow and a blurred lip that I wanted to get those beauty elements in, but still have them quite haunting, which is why I teamed it with like the white eyelashes. But then I had the centre of the face, which was more of a kind of basic foundation, but it was that whole uncontrolled kind of aging and weathering that I wanted to bring in everywhere else, and I wanted to make sure it was brought all the way down the hands as well. So it was just that whole full concept that I was bringing to life almost.
Of course. And Amy, what did you think when you watched the video?
I thought it was beautiful. It was a really lovely look. Really unexpected to kind of go for the tea party theme. Loved that. Really, really lovely. You were using so many different elements,
different styles, and trying to be able to do that crazy body paint stuff, but also try and have a certain, I wouldn't say it's full on fashion or editorial, but it's my version. And yeah, so it's really nice to know that I can do that and to bring all those styles together to create just my own version of it. Like, I don't tend to like to stick to rules. I just do my own version, and sometimes it pays off. I don't know if it has today, but I was alright. Quite happy with it.
Absolutely, we were all happy with it. Well, thank you so much, ladies.
We're vlogging. This little vlog. Tiffany won. Yay! We love her.
So this says drink me. Do you think we should drink it? That's vile. I like it. Gin.
Yet another video where I wrap it up looking tired as anything, sitting on my sofa because I realised I didn't wrap it up on the night. Couldn't film as much as I wanted to because, one, it was a smaller event than in previous years, so there wasn't as much to film. But also, you kind of just get too busy talking to people and you don't really want to whip your phone out and start filming randomly. So I tried to get as much as I could. So yes, I didn't win myself. The beautiful Tiffany won. Of course, it would have been nice to win. We all want to win. That's why we enter these things. But no, I'm so happy Tiff won. She's really deserving. She works really hard and I love that girl to death. But yeah, I think my message come across and just the way I wanted to present myself on stage and everything came across well. There are a few little bits that were a little bit of a shame. Like, I spent a long time on my outfit and you didn't really get to see any of the details of it. Also, the video was quite washed out, so I'd done really rich plum tones on the eyes and the lips, and I'd worked really hard on the skin texture and the skin tones, but the video was that washed out that it just looked like normal skin, so it didn't show up. So that was a little bit disappointing, and I didn't really like my picture that was used out on the posters in the front before you go in. But considering all of that, I managed to, I was going to say hold it together. I didn't hold it together because I cried before I got on stage, and then I got on stage crying. But my messages, I think, come across right. And doing something like this, I am a bit of an underdog. I'm not the typical kind of poster girl that you'd see on billboards, etc. So for me, it was more getting a message across and just talking about why I want to build a platform and things like that. I think it come across well. And everyone seemed to be really impressed with the way I spoke on stage and the things I had to say. Some really, really lovely comments off amazing people who really connected with what I said. And it's kind of like made me analyse and realise a lot of things in myself. Like, I know I'm not a typical poster girl for brands, etc. But I still do want to build a platform, and in this, as Alex Box said at one point, this sterile Instagram beauty world, I am not that. No, that is not me, unfortunately. But I am real and I am human, and I have got a message to spread. And this whole experience, not even just the final, but it's made me analyse what I want to be within this world, and especially bringing the artwork and everything to social media. And I absolutely love building other people up, sharing a message. And yeah, so if there's any room in this beauty influencer market, I won't really say I'm a beauty influencer. So if there's any room in this influencer market for anyone who just wants to let their creativity out but also send a message, like, keep me in mind, because I think that's something that really means a lot to me. I've done a lot of thinking as well, and way even before the Face Awards, about competitions in general. Like, my whole artistic career of the last 7 years has included and been built on a lot of competitions, and they are really great for getting yourself known, but I have almost feel like I'm really done with competitions now. And I don't mean that in a bitter way, I mean that in just like, it is exhausting. Like, I have done 2 to 5 competitions a year every year, and I've done a lot of things in 2019. They've almost proved my worth to myself as an artist, but I still don't believe it, because I'm still in this mental mindset of constantly having to prove myself. And I think this whole experience has just taught me, Kate, you don't need to prove yourself anymore, honestly. And I just want to do what I do without judgment, without critique. I don't really like, I know critique is really good for you, and yes, do competitions, blah blah blah, etc. in the start. But for me, I'm at that point, I'm just like, my art is my art. I just want to do it without constantly trying to improve myself. I just want to be happy with who I am and where I am, rather than always looking, oh, how could I do better next time? No, I've done it for 7 years now. I'm just gonna focus on being me. A really exciting adventure to go on now, which I'm doing rubbish at packing for, which you will all know about very, very soon. But yeah, going forward, I think before I even entered the Face Awards this year, I said this is going to be my last year. I remember when I very first received my first top 20 box a couple of years ago, how much that changed my life, and I want other people to experience it, so I'm not going to enter again, as much as quite a few people have said, oh, next year now, I'm done now. And I just want to say thanks to NYX for everything over the last few years. Like I said, that first top 20 box changed my life, honestly, and it set me on this journey that has led me from just being a face painter. I say just because I love face painting, don't get me wrong, but I did want to be more than just a face painter. And that's what this has done, the whole NYX Face Awards experience from the get-go. So moving forward, I feel like, yeah, it's time to kind of move on from the whole competition thing, except I am going to be going to the World Championships for the airbrush body painting category next year. Fingers crossed, so watch this space. I would like to try a few international ones, like Korea, maybe France, etc. But UK ones, I'm at a point where I'm tired of proving myself, and I just need to accept myself and who I am. I don't really care about being judged, just be who I am, really. And then things like the Worlds and stuff like that can be an experience. But yeah, that's a bit of a summary of how I feel lately. I think A few people come up to me afterwards and was like, how do you feel? And I'm just like, I'm just tired. I'm really tired. It's been an amazing year. So much good stuff has been happening, but I am burnt out and I am tired. And saying that, I'm on to the next adventure now. So I will be catching up with you very, very soon. Congratulations again to Tiff. I love you. You are a superstar. Can't wait to see how your journey is just going to explode even more. You've had an incredible year and it's only just getting started, really. And with that, I'm going to leave it there. I probably should get some sleep, but I'm not going to because I got stuff to do. But I will catch you up on what I'm up to very, very soon. See you then.